Welcome, Cancer, to your love reading for November 12th to the 18th of 2018. So let's look into what's going on with you. 10 card Celtic cross spread, and we're going to check out what's going on. All right. So let's see. First card. So the Four of Cups is showing up, and for many of you, this is not really wanting to accept an offer, or even if there is an offer on the table, you might not like how the person has been treating you, so this is rejecting that particular person. All right. And the Nine of Cups is showing up, so that seems to me like there's something there. Sometimes it could be a return, a reunion with somebody, but the fact that you really aren't anticipating or wanting the connection right now, it seems like there's something there, but you're turning it down for some of you out there. All right. Is it almost like it's is it too late? Debates. Then you do have a relationship. The Page of Cups is showing up, and that's potentially an energy of a new relationship. It could be pregnancy. Some of you like parties, gatherings, being around another person, but not willing to connect or open up to that person just yet. Then you have the Queen of Wands showing up, so it would be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female, that may have affected you in some way. So it's Strength card is showing up, so Leo may be there, but then it's almost like you might be very frustrated emotionally this week. So when Strength is coming up, that means whoever you might be around and dealing with, it's like you have to heed the advice here is to try to be gentle with the person that you might be dealing with, and even yourself, because the memories that you have about somebody and how they treated you and what you've dealt with, and being able to allow someone back in your life will give them a chance. Some of you might not be ready or be willing to do that. So that's a card of compassion and trying to be strong enough to either resist the connection or being able to open up to somebody in due time. The person coming towards you for Cancer. The person, okay, let's stop like that. The Star is coming up, so that goes right with the Nine of Cups. The Star is showing up, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Moon, and then the Queen of Swords. So you have three people showing up, a child and a male and a female showing up. And it seems like that person, whoever you might be dealing with, they might be very, they seem to be anticipating or wanting to connect. They want to play, they want to kind of have fun, maybe even have a child with you, and maybe even communicate. But for some of you, you might not be ready or ready to accept the offer just yet. It just depends on what the person has done to you in the past, and maybe a bit too optimistic about the connection. You're like, hold up, take things slow. You don't want to fall back into a pattern again, or renewing your vows, getting into a relationship, something from the past, or even a new one, because there still might be an energy of just taking things slow because of what you've dealt with previously, right? So what is your response for Cancer? Page of Swords. Questions, even keeping a distance, watching them from afar, trying to figure out, is this the real deal? Are they making changes? Let's see. What might their response be, Cancer? Yeah, they're disappointed. It's almost like they want something, but they aren't getting everything that they want from you. What are your fears, Cancer? Conflict. All right, that might be the case for some of you. You might be dealing with that now. It could be conflict with someone that you have moved on from, and even if it's a new relationship, you don't want to open up to that person, even though you might be anticipating or happy. Maybe you're worried about how the next partner might feel, someone that you moved on from. If you reconcile with someone from your past, you don't want conflict to start up between you and that person, right? And then the outcome for Cancer. The Chariot. So there might be, it might be an issue of, it might be some events where there could be traveling. You're going to see somebody, them coming to see you, or plans to do these things. But as you do that, you might not stay with them. It might be a kind of come and see approach, or let's wait and see kind of thing going on. And let's clarify the Five of Wands for Cancer. Yeah, and if someone that you know, and this is another Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, if somebody's coming through, they have a lot to say, or they make maybe a lot of texts, phone calls, whatever it might be. For some of you, you might just need to take things slowly, because someone wants to move quickly, and some of you might not be ready to do that just yet. And others of you are dealing with somebody who is constantly maybe provoking you or bringing up maybe arguments and things like that. Maybe they've done these things in the past, or you've done this to them. It just depends, and they don't want to cause something to break out between you and someone else. It just depends. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like whoever you might be dealing with, they want the connection to work. They're into you for sure with these cards coming through, but something is holding you back. Either conflict because of a new beginning, and some of you, let's see, one more advice card for Cancer for November 12th to 18th. Five of Cups, the morning. All right. Something or someone is on your mind. Give out a Five of Cups, Cancer. And the Fool, and that's almost like a new start that you might be kind of anticipating. You might not be ready just yet, but that's what it seems like to me for some. So let's do a let's clarify the message. Not clarify. Message for Cancer for November 12th to the 18th. And then deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Now that could be either you or the other person who's not really revealing all of what they might be feeling, because of the need to take things slow or avoid getting into confrontation. Some of you may even be you have a new relationship with somebody. You moved on from someone from the past, but you're not willing to connect with someone else until it's like you might be kind of comparing yourself to somebody else, and or someone else could be doing this with you and not wanting to be lesser than the other person. So wanting a better partner, wanting a better situation or person or scenario to work out for you. So some of you might be trying to do that in some way. This is not a good thing, because that can drain you, but there's always going to be competition in a good way, for the, just to better your life, I feel. All right. For Cancer and love, let's see, November 12th to 18th. And trust. It says the situation is calling for you to have faith. And one more card for Cancer and love, November 12th to the 18th of 2018. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And those are definitely cards to me of something that can move forward. It might not be the right time completely just yet. For some of you who are in a relationship, you want things to work out smoothly, but someone that you are either moving on from or trying to get closer to, there's some kind of avoidance because you're taking your time, trying to see if they might make a change. That's just for Gemini too, but also staying away from potential conflict as well. Where there is competition or there is conflict that could ensue because of a newer connection. That's what it seems like for some of you out there. All right, and that's your reading. I hope the messages did help out this week. A lot of love to you, lots of light, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the best, and you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. Have a good one.